Today we're going to make a custom disc-bound book for a friend's birthday. So she loves purple. I've already pre-cut some sheets that are purple, and you can kind of see my little scraps on the side, but I want to show you from the beginning. So the first step is finding a sheet of paper that will be your cover or the pages themselves. The pages can be anything, like if you're making a planner, and you can do that dot paper, or you can do like the little squares or whatever paper you need. But I'm using scrapbook paper for hers because hers isn't going to be a planner, it's going to be like a little notebook. And I wanted to make disc pages because they're cute and you can remove them and decorate them. So I'm just going to show you how to cut a page. Normally I would use a 12 by 12 scrapbooking page, but I'm going to show you on this art paper how to cut it. The first step is, again, knowing the size. You can definitely make larger books, like you can make a book this size. I've made some art books or sketchbooks this size, but I'm just gonna say for scrapbooks and memento books, things like that, it's a waste of paper, and it's just so much space you have to fill out. And even for like a sketchbook, like I've gotten a small sketchbook, so I think that it just is better to make smaller ones. I used to decorate the big ones myself, and it's just a waste of space, and you have to decorate everything with stickers. It's just like one giant scrapbook could be hundreds of dollars, and if you make a smaller one, you can make it just as pretty but without as much space taken up, and it's a lot easier to take out and look at than a giant scrapbook. So without talking too much more, let me just show you how to cut. So the size paper we're going to make, I call them dragon sizes because the dragon notebook that I usually use to make these, but it's basically an A5 sheet, which is 8 by 5.5 or something like that.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 8 by 5.5.
This is for the sheet?
Yeah, we're gonna cut it for the sheet.
Hold up twice. It's pretty thick.
Yeah, this is art paper, so it's thicker than a regular scrapbook sheet, so it might be a little bit harder to cut. So this is just a regular sheet. So now he has to make a cover. When you make a cover, you want your cover to be slightly bigger than the page, so it just is easier to open and it looks better and it gives it more stability. So it protects the pages a little bit on the edge. So now I'm going to let him cut this into a regular A5, which is about ½ inch wider on the vertical side. Yeah, it might be a little hard to cut, sorry. And you can definitely see how there's a slight difference between the size, and this will be the cover and then this will be the back. So this is just an example of how to cut the sheet, but of course you need your paper and you need a paper cutter. If you don't have a Carl or what is it, Fisker is the other one. I really don't like Fisker that much. I don't know why everybody likes it. It's so terrible. This is so much cheaper and it's better quality, and it has almost never failed me. So I love Carl, but you could use scissors, I guess. It's just gonna take you forever. So I would advise you to get a paper cutter, unless you're making a really small book like a recipe book, and then like you can get your scissors. Like these are my Fiskers. They make good scissors, but the paper cutter is not for me. So the next thing you'll need is some cover material. So I have this, which is some acrylic sheets, and it's like you get a zillion of these for like $30, and I kind of figured out why, because you definitely should not leave this in the sun. But I mean, that could go for any plastic, but don't leave these in the direct sunlight in 95-degree weather. It doesn't work. But they protect the cover art. So a lot of my covers are made out of actual stickers or paper itself, and I don't, unless you can, I guess you could seal it with polyurethane or some Mod Podge, but I just use this on front of it so it protects the design. The second thing we're going to need is like I think it's called a binding sheet or something like that, but it's made out of plastic, and this is the stuff they use at Office Depot. When you order a custom book binding, they use this in your portfolio, whatever you make, but you can buy this on Amazon yourself. So this is the shiny side, has a matte side, and Usually I put the plastic, then I put my design, and then I put this sheet in front of it so that it is like a sealing it in and making it really protected, I think. And it gives it more, it makes it more sturdy, like a real book cover. Alright, so that's one thing you can use. You don't have to have it if you don't have it. It just makes it more professional looking, I think. This is a type of chipboard. So I got this from Michael's, but it was like 70 cents or something. It was really cheap, but I like using this as sort of a replacement. If I don't use the black binding sheets, I'll use this instead on the front. But today we're going to use it as a cover for one of the books we're making. So it's 2 different videos. I apologize. So this might be in 2 different places. But basically the book I'm making, that's a disc bound book. The hole punch for the disc is very finicky. It only takes 3 sheets deep, so this is pretty thin. So this is going to be the front cover and the back cover. But when you handle these plastic ones, you want to be real careful because for some reason they scratch easily. So when you're taking it out of the cutter, you want to make sure, and they attract lint too, sorry. So any kind of paper cuttings you'll have on your machine, it will pick it up. But you want to just handle them with care. And some of the sheets I found are scratched already. Like, I thought maybe my husband handled them roughly, but then I look at the other part of it, or I look at the sheets beside it, and it's like scratched up already. So, and we can use those for a smaller book. I have a collection of things that like we can use for smaller ones, because I'm definitely gonna make recipe books or something like that with them. Okay, so there's the 2 covers. Okay, and we're gonna do, I think it could possibly, go ahead. This will really look good on the Falcon book. Thank you. Let's put it under it. I'm gonna put this over here. And I might have gotten more than I needed, sorry. Put this here so we can use it for a smaller book. Okay, that's good. And now we just need this smaller chipboard for the birthday girls. So it should be a little bit easier to cut. I don't know if you'll have to no. He won't have to cut. Okay. Again, this is A5, which is like 8 by 5 inches. You can look up the, or maybe I'll just put the measurements in the this comments or description so people can measure their own thing. And paper cutters are pretty affordable generally. Like, you don't have to have a fancy one all the time. Like, I think poor Carl we don't need him. That's just a demonstration of what you can buy. I think we're done with Carl for now. And again, I'm not sponsored yet. So this is a disc puncher. I call it a mushroom hole puncher. There's a guide, but I don't necessarily use the guide that comes with it. They also have like a little metal marker that I use most of the time. So today we're gonna use the little metal marker because I don't feel like figuring out the other one. So I do have to caution you, if you're gonna make a disc book, maybe invest in the big hole puncher, because this takes a long time to do manually, but we're gonna do it today. Okay, so I have updated my size guide. So I used the little magnet. I don't use the actual guide, but I put a little mark for us today. So this is Enjoy Myself brand. I don't know what that is, but I was always wondering how people could take their little books, take pages out the books and put it back. I mean, there's got to be one. So I just searched it, and it's a disc. It's a disc page. So let's see what we can do. I don't know how thick I can put this in here, but we're gonna try. It does not feel confident. I do not have confidence. I do not have confidence. It's gonna punch it, but okay, yay. That was scary.
Yeah, don't worry about the magnet. I would just use the mark. I
like the magnet though, because it kind of helps it stop from moving. Except for paper's this thick, it doesn't do anything. It's so thick. Okay.
Beautiful.
All right, so that's the first part of it. There we go. There's the front and the back. You will now see me assemble this book live in action. So this is going to be our cover. I like to do stuff in layers. The only thing I'm worried about is he doesn't like layers, so we'll try to figure him out. This is something I put together for my friend's birthday. So it took me a while to find the right stickers. You can see I love doing these frames because they make good covers, but also if I decide, like if I make one for a page and not the cover, I can move it to different pages until I like the pages on. So I don't ever have to worry about, does this sticker go with that sticker? I can make a nice collage with the stickers and then put it on the page I like. So I want to make a little trim of this color. I also got this cute little thing. I'm not really a big fan of using these like little phrases or whatever, but some of them are cute. So this one says, if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. So she is a friend, so I think it was cute. Let's see. And her first name starts with an M, so that's why there's an M here. She loves purple. So this is like a weird brown purple-ish color, but I put it together. I don't know. I just think she would like it. Let's see. So now we are going to glue stuff to it. A little bit there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I just need the middle part, so I'm not really concerned about the holes. Probably shouldn't have put anything on that side, but it's okay. We'll have to restick everything again. Okay, so I decided to be organized today because I always have my tools everywhere, and I know somebody's like, why does she never clean up? It's just like, it's my work desk, so I just leave stuff out. But I'm gonna be organized and set a good example. Okay, so you kind of have to decide how thick to make it. So I just want a big enough border where you can see it. Now we get the scissors. My husband's tired of me. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. It has to be on here. Okay. Okay. It might be okay. Okay. So a lot of stuff going on, but I'm sorry, dude. There we go. I don't really talk in most of my videos because I don't like people and I don't like talking, but I figured it might be better to explain certain things. And also I got a new microphone. It was like 10 bucks, so I can actually talk over my air conditioning. You can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's just see how pretty it is. I love it so much. There we go. Yay, worked. It's beautiful. So now I have to glue this to this one. Let's see. I'm going to have to do this piece by piece, I think. This is not good. Why is it a little bit different?
Yeah.
And this is kind of a struggle, and we're doing this because this thing cannot get a lot of pages in it, but if you buy a real one, like one that's like a real hole punch, you don't have to worry about doing all this fancy footwork. You can just have it. So there we go. That's this one. So now it's hard. It's a nice back to it. We got her cover done. And so now I have to put a sheet in front of it and watch this thing not be able to punch plastic. I don't know. This is iffy at best. Okay. Go, guy, go. Like I said, this was like $17 or $16. This whole punch. See? That's where it's supposed to go. Wow, it's so cool. It looks so good. I'm so surprised. So, okay. Oh, I'm usually show it this way too, so I can make a short off of it. Sorry guys. Watch me film my short. So the other problem with it is it does get filled really quickly, so, and it starts making a lump on it. So I'm just going to dump it here because, you know, my husband will clean it up later. I'm kidding. Because the whole color scheme is purple already. Okay. And I just flip it over like this. Now I can put this behind this one. And then we have this. And I think I'll go ahead and put the disc on there to show you how to do that. So I have another thing I purchased. My husband's like, you're always buying like random stuff. I'm like, yeah, but like I pretty much paid for my cinch already by selling things. So I'm trying to think, what purple? This purple, not pale purple. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks right.
Yeah.
I usually get an extra one out because I'm clumsy, but I trust myself today. My husband made face again. Comes with this cute little box. These are the discs. I bought some cheap ones, so don't judge me. I'm sure there's really fancy ones, but that's not what I have. So the cool thing is, I don't know what these holes are. If somebody knows what this is for, just let me know.
I think one at a time.
Yeah. Let's start with this guy. See, it just kind of rests on there. There we go. I'm making another tutorial about using these for index cards, so I'll do that some other time. Probably not today. But once you get it in there, it's kind of easy to slap them on there. In theory, hold on. Let's see. And the more paper you have, the easier it is to put them in there. So the first couple of ones are going to be kind of rough. Especially this guy. I don't know what's going on with him. He has some different measurements on him, so he's going to be a little different. It's okay. There we go. And then we just, because you know he picks up any kind of cutting residue. Okay. So this is the basic bones of the book. So you will now witness a sped up version of me punching 1,000,000 pages. So wish me luck. Alright, so we're back again, and I was able to punch 1,000,000 holes. Again, this is really low cost, and you can buy one for yourself, or you can buy a big one that you don't have to flip it and change the measurements like that. So now I'm going to show you how easy it is to load this book. I'm going to take my pages, I'm going to open them up to the back, I'm going to flip it. So I did all my little hole punches already. So now I just take pieces of it, I'm going to flip it over, and I just slap it in there. And like I said, it's going to be easier the further along we get in there. Let's see. I don't know if I'll be able to do this much. No, I'm not going to be able to do this much. Let's keep going this way. Let's see. Because the pages give the rings kind of a structure, so you can start loading faster in theory. I think I put too much in there. We'll just put them this way. That way we can fix this guy. And the point of this is, once again, that you can remove the pages when you feel like it. So, let's see. Look how easy that is. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for something with a lot of pages though, because it'll take a while to load them in there, and unless you have a big hole puncher, it's going to take a while to punch the holes. So this was perfect for this little book because I didn't have that many purple sheets. And the cool thing about this also is, if you decide you don't like where a page is, I'm going to show you, you can just move it. You can make a planner. You can make, I think this would be great for like recipes. Okay, so look, that's our book. Sorry about that. Make sure everybody's on here right. They must be really thick in here. Let's see. Split them up a little bit. I'm trying to figure out which page I want to move. I think I'll move the zebra one and show you and move it back. So this is the zebra page. So you want to make sure you grip it kind of good, and then you can just take him out. So let me just put him somewhere he's not supposed to be. And then I was like, oh no, he's not supposed to be there. And then you can take them out, you can decorate them, whatever you want on them. And then, okay, well, I'm done decorating. I think I'll put him back. And then, I think going forward, if I make any more books, I think I'll make them this way. Because I am super lazy, and this is great for a lazy person to decorate. So now I will do a brief. So I'm going to do this for my short. Again, I'm so sorry. But this is my disc book, and then I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can actually see. Let me put my little scraps aside. So let me show you my cover. So when she opens it, she's gonna see this cute little message. Can't wait to surprise her. You know, it takes me like 10 years to edit a video, so she'll have this and she'll probably already decorate it by the time you see this. So these are all the purples I had. Not all of them. There was this really creepy like purple with like a tree, and like came from my magic death set or something like that, so I didn't think she would like it. This is my favorite purple page. So I tried to keep it positive. There we go. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. She can put all her little stuff in here. If she wants to put paper, she can either just ask me or go online and find disc paper, because I'm pretty sure most of the stuff is standard. Let's see. Let's see, I'm missing one. There we go. This would make a good scrapbook or planner. And it's just,
Very nice.
oh, I'm gonna do it again. You know, yeah, and there we are. That is how to make a disc planner. It was really cheap. Not cheap, but the supplies to make it are cheap. My time is expensive, but it was really cost effective to make it because I used scrapbook paper. I didn't use a whole sheet, and I did not use a fancy puncher. Anybody can get one of these. I think it's like 15, 16 bucks. And just save your coffee for 3 days and you can buy one. And then you can make your own. And even the chipboard I use for this one is only like 79 cents for a piece. And the discs themselves, I got that whole thing for like 18 bucks, and it has so many in there in different colors. So very cost effective, beautiful gift that she can customize and keep for a long time. So if you are interested, please watch the other video I'm about to make on spiral notebooks, and also please like and subscribe because I like doing this, and you can help me do this like a real job if you know, give me a little support. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.